There are many tools, and one of the more important ones, it speaks to having guidelines for meetings and working together. And what this is very simply a basic collection of, probably 5 or 6 things that when applied will make meeting together and discussing very challenging and controversial things easier. For instance, we would say that one of the guidelines is respecting the need for everybody to speak, that there's no hierarchy, because you're the supervisor, because you're this, then you can speak and others can't, or you have priority speaking, your voice is more important, etc. Sharing rather than hoarding space. In other words, when we're all here together consulting and whatever, we don't automatically give more time and more airspace to any particular individual. Recognizing, and it's really important that we recognize it's okay to disagree. If we're having a conversation and we're examining things, and we're not going to all have the same opinion, and that is okay. It's not like you should somehow tamper and edit yourself so that what you speak is in harmony with somebody else or others. No attacking others for their thinking and feeling. And we can do that in a myriad of ways, just by, we can do it by just talking over people. There are many ways that we can, in fact, attack in some version or another, we can say to the person that what you think and what you're saying is wrong or not appreciated, and those are to be avoided. No judging or imposing guilt, blame, or shame on people. That is to say, there's no place, if we're here to talk about thoughts and ideas and strategies and so forth, my thinking should not be used against me to invite me to feel shame and guilty because of the way I think or because of the experience I want to share. And consider the needs of every other person in the conversation as equal. That we all have experiences, we all are expected to share those, and we have a right to them, and there's nobody here that's going to impose upon all of us their own special version of which is the best way to be and talk and think and so forth. So those are guidelines that we would offer folk and ask them to practice them and see if they are willing to adopt those, to say that I agree that as we go into our discussion, these are some things I will try to observe. I may not be perfect, but I will try to observe and operate along these lines, and everybody else would agree to do that. And by the way, when we fail in that, right in the group, we would say, okay, you might get called on it, and it's not to punish you, it is simply to say, it feels like to me this is kind of going against what we've agreed to, and can we think about that? So it's the process, it's the way we go about doing things as well as what we are trying to do per se. So that's the essence of having guidelines for groups and for discussion.